What's up, guys? John Bird III here, and we back again for another video. Today's video is going to be something a little bit different. We haven't done one of these videos on the channel before, so if you like this video, you want to see more of this content, hey, just leave a comment down below because we may do a few more of these here throughout the year. But today's video is going to be a $300 unboxing of tackle that I just recently ordered. And so a lot of it is all the new Strike King baits that were released at ICAST last year. Some of them I already have, but there are just some colors that I don't have. And we're going to talk through the thought process behind why I chose these baits, the colors, and what my thought process is behind all of these. So we're going to jump right into this video. So I ordered this last week, and if you haven't ordered anything from Strike King, their shipping is very, very fast. It normally takes literally like 3 or 4 days. And so that's one thing I love about ordering from StrikeKing.com, because their stuff is like, the shipping is fast. In today's time, you want to make sure you get your stuff at a speedy pace. So that's why I enjoy ordering from StrikeKing.com. And so the stuff come packaged very well. This little packaging paper, whatever. We'll throw all that out the way. So to kick things off, we're going to start off with the Rage Bug. Now, the Rage Bug has been out for a while, but this bait in particular, why I'm showing you this color right here is the juice. And if you've never thrown this color, you're going to understand why in a second. This is the Chameleon Rage Bug. It's crazy, right? The colors on this thing are crazy. So why I like the Chameleon Rage Bug. So on the front of it, as you saw, it has watermelon red around the appendages and around the little flappers. There's a little hint of royal blue. On the back side, there's like a pumpkin color, as you would say. And so this color right here will work in pretty much every water clarity possible. And I'm gonna tell you why. The royal blue, when you're in that dirty water, that royal blue will stand out, because normally when you see dirty water, people go with a black and blue. So this royal blue here on this particular Rage Bug stands out. And so when you get in more clear waters, you want baits that might be a little bit more natural looking, maybe a little bit more translucent. So that's where your watermelon red comes from. And then just normal color water, you got like that, I call it like a pumpkin color, like pumpkin seed, as some people may know, some of our old school guys. So that is why I like the Chameleon Color Rage Bug, whether I'm putting it on a jig, whether I'm putting it on the back of a Thunder Cricket, whatever, no matter what the water clarity is, this color right here, the Chameleon Color Rage Bug, is fire. And that's literally one of my go-to colors. I mean, at this point, it eliminates all the other color soft plastics that I have when I just got a bunch of Chameleon Color Rage Bugs. So I bought 3 packs of these. One of the next baits we're going to talk about, and it's going to be a bait that we've already talked about recently, is the Gravel Dog. So this is the Gravel Dog 10, and this is in Sexy Shad 2.0. So on Lake Murray, you already know, like, there are blueback herring. And whether they're blueback herring or you on a lake that has shad, this Gravel Dog 10 and Sexy Shad 2.0, again, it is a awesome color to go with. And I bought 6 of these because, like I said, with Lake Murray having blueback herring, I'm often throwing a shad color crankbait. And so you can't go wrong no matter what the lake is. You can't go wrong with throwing a shad color crankbait, which is why I end up buying 6 of these, because I know, like, you're gonna get hung up from time to time. You're gonna lose some throughout the year. So hopefully the 6 will last me at least through half the season, if not 3/4 of the season. So I always try to buy more of stuff so that it can either get me through the entire season or at least 3/4 away through the season. And that's why I buy so many of the stuff that I buy whenever I order. I try to make bulk orders versus buying smaller orders, simply because, like I said, I'm thinking about the tournaments I have ahead, the time of the year, what I think the fish are going to be biting on. So I normally make bigger orders like that. And so that's why I buy so many. So I didn't have any of this color. That's why I bought 6 again. So we're going to get in here. Let's see. Is this the one I want? We're going to see in 1 second. Yeah, this is it. This is the Gravel Dog 10 in Bone Crawl. Check that out. That sucker there is legit. Like, I've been waiting on this color since iCast. Like, I knew for a fact that I would be throwing this a lot. Again, it's white, and so that's why I'm thinking more so shad. But if I run into some stained water, maybe a little bit of dirty water, this white will stand out. And then not only that, look at that orange on the tail. That orange will stick out a whole lot. And so that's why I like this color, because I'm like, I can literally fish this in clean water to dirty water. Even though it has like the little crawfish scales on the side or whatever, I still like the bone crawl just simply because of that. And again, that there can play for a shad. It can play for a lot of different bait fish. And no matter what time of year, whether they're eating crawfish or not, just because of that white right there, it's going to stand out. And then when you think about when you're fishing a crankbait anyway, that thing is moving. And so like the fish aren't going to hone in and say, that's not a shad or that's not a crawfish. They're not going to hone in to be able to determine what that is. They're just going to see that white and they're just going to see it scurrying away. So at that point, as you get more into the summertime and when those fish get more active and they get more feeding, especially right now in the pre-spawn, they're going to come after and they're going to come and get it. So I knew for a fact, I was like, oh, that color there is going to be money. And so again, I bought 6 of these because I couldn't wait till this color came in stock. So I had to buy a buttload of those just simply because, like I said, when I seen it, I knew it's going to be a color that I was going to use a whole lot. And it just straight up, it just looks fire. And that's why I got it. And so that's my thought process behind those 2 crankbaits. Again, Sexy Shad 2.0 and Bone Crawl. Mark Menendez has been talking about bone crawl. He's been catching them all on Kentucky Lake with the bone crawl, and pretty much all the different lakes he's visited thus far this year. Tell you, that color's fire. Don't sleep on bone crawl. It's crazy. So we have, let's see. All right. So these right here, 2 mock baits. The only mock bait you've heard me talk about thus far throughout this whole entire channel has been the mock bouncer. And I simply love that crankbait. It has a crazy action and it just get bit. And when you get bit on that crankbait, you catch big ones. And so this is a different mock bait that we haven't talked about. These are the mock shads. So these right here are Mock Nation swim bait. And so the mock shad isn't nothing new, but this is the size extension. And so the new 120 size is a lot bigger than the previous version. And so the 2 colors right here that I got is the top one is green gizzard shad, so it's translucent. And the bottom one got a cool name, No Cap Chrome. Crazy name, and it speaks for itself. It's chrome. Why did I get this? Again, Lake Murray is pretty much my home lake. The reason why I chose these 2 colors, when the blueback herring start to spawn and they get up on them shallow flat points, they get up on them rock banks and stuff like that, and you can see them running down there. You throw these things out there and just burn it. Oh, they're going to get bit instantly. And so throw them around docks during the spawn because they also have bluegill color patterns. And I think those will work great as well. So especially like during the spawn, you throw those around there and just creepy crawl that thing really slow. And especially around those dock posts, because those fish bed on them dock posts. You throw one of those bluegill color pattern ones, oh, that's going to get bit instantly. But these right here, I was thinking more so of blueback herring spawn because here on Lake Murray, now that I think about it, normally the blueback herring spawn happens sometime in April. And so I wanted to make sure I got prepared. So I bought 2 of the green gizzard shad and I bought 2 of the no cap chromes. And just again, simply because I know that that is approaching. So I want to make sure that I'm gonna go ahead and that I'm prepared. And so that's why I chose these 2 particular colored swim baits. And again, I'm trying to mimic the forage that's in my lake. And that will, again, that is what you want to think about anytime you're buying tackle. What baits could I buy that mimics the forage that is in my lake? So if your lakes have like a lot of bluegill and the bluegill is the main forage, you want to go with your like your greens, like your green pumpkin colors, like your chameleon color rage bugs like I showed you, your jigs and stuff like that, your green pumpkin thunder crickets or bladed jigs. That's the stuff you want to go about when you've got a lot of bluegill. But when you got shad or blueback herring, you want to be able to find something that's white, that might have a little bit of green in it, that might have a little bit of silver in it. Anything that's going to look shad oriented, that's what you want to go with. And again, with me primarily fishing Lake Murray, with that being my home lake, that is what I'm more so geared towards. Also on Santee, Santee has a lot of bait down there as well. So these are actually work on Santee because, like I said, with the water being very dirty recently on Santee, because we just fished there last weekend, I feel like that no cap chrome would have stood out very, very well, especially around like in those deeper channels. And so that was my thought process behind that. But stay tuned because we're gonna do a video on my swim bait setup. And again, I'm not a swim bait guy whatsoever. So my swim bait setup is going to be very, very different. I don't dive into those really big swim baits and stuff like that. But with these right here in particular, the 120 size of the mock shads, this is probably the biggest I go. I may jump into a few others, but primarily these are going to be the ones that I'm going to use. All right, let's see what else we got in here today. All right, this bait here, I've been waiting on since iCast as well. And this bait is like, this is probably gonna be my go-to flipping bait. And so this bait right here is the Strike King Rage Hawk. So a little backstory behind this bait right here. This bait was primarily designed simply because of bed fishing. And so one thing I want to show you about this bait, I'm gonna show you how small it is. Look how small that is right there. See how tiny that is? But guess what? This bait right here, with the whole center of the body, will hold a 5/0 flipping hook. So don't think about this as a Ned rig bait. This is going to be my go-to flipping bait all year long. So whether I'm on Santee flipping cypress trees, stumps, or whether I'm going down Murray and maybe I may be flipping some dock posts, and especially right now with the spawn about to happen, it's about to happen real soon. This bait right here is going to be money. And I'm going to tell you exactly why. You see the small profile of this bait, the fish will, once they nose down on it, this is an instant grab right then and there. It's not a whole lot for them to take two bites, 2 or 3 bites. They're literally going to grab that with one bite, and that's an instant set the hook, get the fish in the boat. So that is why I like this bait. It's super small, it's compact, but again, this bait will hold a 5/0 flipping hook. I've tried it. I've tried to put it in here and it fits perfectly fine. And simply the hook is going to fit the whole entire body of the bait. And that is why I like this bait right here. And that's why I say it's going to be my go-to flipping bait, not just during the spawn. This is going to be my favorite flipping bait that I'm going to use all year long. Now, hey Shane, if you watch this video and you made it this far, Shane, I need these in chameleon. So a little tidbit for one of my buddies. I need these in chameleon color because that's, like I said, that's one of my favorite colors. I bought a bunch of them in the Rage Bugs, but these right here, I got these in green pumpkin and black and blue. So my water's dirty, green, going black and blue. If it's clear or like a normal, maybe a little stain to it, green pumpkin. That's just the way I look at it. So these two baits right here, this bait right here is going to be crazy. The little appendages, they're just flapping, crazy. 5/0 flipping hook, so don't even get it twisted. Next thing that I got in here, so I also bought, and this is not very the most appealing thing that I have in here, but I just wanted you to be able to see it, and that is Strike King tool grade drop shot weights. So y'all know I don't like a drop shot. I have a lot of 1/4 ounce weights. The 3/8 ounce is going to allow it to fall faster, but if I'm fishing a drop shot in deeper water, I feel like I got better control of my drop shot and I can feel the rock or whatever that's on the bottom with a 3/8 ounce better than I can the traditional 1/4. So that is why I got these not so super exciting drop shot weights. Now, since I've made the drop shot video, this is what I will say. I have caught more fish on the drop shot since that video, and I'm learning to understand it even more. And I'm not gonna say it's a bait that or a technique that I have a lot of confidence in, but I will say it's starting to somewhat make sense. Since then, I've downsized on the line, so I went 8-pound tool grade Strike King braid to an 8-pound tour grade Strike King fluorocarbon leader. And so compared to the previous video, you know, it was like a 12 to 15 pound braid to like a 12-pound fluorocarbon leader. So I can say my casting distance is a lot better with the smaller diameter braid and a smaller diameter fluorocarbon. And it actually feels a lot better when I'm fishing it compared to the bigger braid and the bigger fluorocarbon. So as I update my setups and I make changes to them, I will continue to update you all as we continue to go throughout my whole entire YouTube channel and the different video series. So that's all I got for you today, guys. Again, if you like these type of unboxing videos, make sure you drop a comment and let me know. And so as I do these periodically, even if, maybe if I go to the tackle shop and I buy a good bit of tackle, whatever, maybe I do like a unbagging of all the different tackle that I went to the store to buy. So if you like this type of content, make sure you like this video, share this video with somebody that likes unboxing videos. Make sure you stay tuned because we got more rod and reel arsenal videos coming your way, especially as we're going into my bed fishing setups, wacky rig, all of that type stuff. We got more of that stuff coming your way. So I'm JB3 and I'll catch you later.